My name is Jamie, and this is the vlog for March 25th, 2021. It is noon, and I took this morning to take care of some medical stuff for me. I went to an ear, nose, and throat specialist about my voice changing and my loss of my upper range and all that. And I I had a phone call for half an hour with a dietitian to further work on the cholesterol and the high blood pressure and the GERD stuff, which all of those, both of those visits and all of the discussions are super intertwined. So it actually works out pretty well to discuss it here. Basically, the vocal changes at this point just look like it's due to some swelling, and the swelling is likely due to acid. Heartburn, that's right. It can get so high up in your throat that it damages your vocal cords and makes your ears ring. So the damage he sees, it says, looks like longer term than what I'm discussing, but he says it sounds like it was pretty out of control for a while. And it really was. The fall was terrible. As you can see, dear viewers, ye brave, ye few, if you look back through the vlog. Um, but I'm feeling pretty good today, and I'm moving pretty well. My ears are ringing a little bit, but it's not so bad. And so I've seen progressive improvements in my physical state since I've adjusted my diet considerably. No butter, no onions, no garlic, no wasabi. Probably going to cut out soy sauce pretty soon. No gluten. Yep. Life's kind of boring on the dietary front right now. No sodas, nothing carbonated, no coffee, no alcohol. Yep. How am I surviving, right? Right? Those are like all the tenets of adult life right there. Um, but it's okay. It's fine. So the ENT guy said my changes are probably due to the acid. So continue to keep the acid down, continue to take Pepcid a couple of times a day, long term. Probably going to be a long term thing. There's a chance it might heal itself. The other discovery comes from when I was a kid. So if you haven't noticed, my nostrils are a little off center, right? It doesn't bother me, and honestly, I almost never notice. But today it seems a little bit prominent, probably because I'm thinking about it. So, when I was a kid, I was a catcher at a recreational softball league, and a friend of mine was an outfielder. But she stayed over at my house so we could go to a pitching clinic because she wanted to be a pitcher. So we were playing around in the lot across the street, and I was pitching and she was hitting, and she hit a ball. And I heard the bat snap, and I saw the ball come right at my face. I had my glove up here, ready to catch it. But it seemed like it was taking forever to get to me. So I'm like, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it went high. So I lowered my glove to take a look just as the ball got there. First smash in the nose that day. It knocked me out. I hit the ground, and the profuse bleeding ensued. We didn't have health insurance at the time, but my mom was a nurse, luckily. So we were able to stop the bleeding, get the swelling to go down a little bit, and I went to the pitching clinic later that day as a catcher. They didn't have enough masks for everybody. Pretty typical of softball. I don't know if baseball suffers from the same thing, but pretty typical. And I was ready to catch, and a batter swung real low, real close, hit my glove with her bat, and my glove hit my face. And I heard the crunch, and my nose blowed like crazy again. Luckily, it didn't hurt so much because it was still tingly and numb from the first smash earlier that day. So that pretty much knocked me out for the day. I've always assumed that it broke my nose, um, but I've never really gotten it looked at. I'm a mouth breather at night. So here's a little intimate thing. I breathe loud at night. I do. Uh, so I breathe chiefly through my mouth, actually. It doesn't bother me. I don't walk around unless I'm exercising. You know, most people breathe heavy when they exercise. Anyway, so what part of the ENT exam, to fast forward to today, is they numb up your nostrils and they take a little scope and they put it up your nose and down your throat. Yeah, you're awake. It's way fun. Not. So he looked at this nostril and immediately said, nope, we're not going to use that one because the septum is very curved on the inside. He's like, have you ever looked at getting that fixed? Here's the surgery we can do. Super easy. It'd be done fast. I know people who've had that surgery. It's fucking terrible, and the recovery time is painful and awful, and your face hurts and you have headaches. And I'm like, nope, I can breathe right now. I'm good. We're not talking about this today. But he said, you know what? If it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother you. You may want to do it. You may not. It's fine. He's like, how do you breathe through your nose? And I'm like, not often, not very well. So there you go. Um, yeah, I probably did. I guess this is confirmation. I broke my nose, deviated my septum when I was a kid, and it's my deviated septum, my awkward nostrils. So I don't mind my nose though. It was okay. Body acceptance, I guess. Anyway, it was very cool to go through the process though and to see that he didn't see any lesions. He saw some swelling. Lesions would have been what I would have expected if this was from the weightlifting injury. It's not, which is good. So, will I ever get my falsetto back? Probably not. But I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. So, I'm going to keep on keeping on. The meeting with the dietitian was very positive. I'm diet's heading in the right direction, activity levels heading in the right direction, everything's going the right way, weight loss is heading in the right direction because weight loss helps with GERD exceptionally, and with heart disease in my family, I got to keep that in check. So, ta-da, there we go. Do I need to work in more cardio? Yeah, I probably do. But I'm at the place where I can, I'm healthy enough and I feel good enough that I can move more, which is good. I'm sleeping better, which is great. Thanks to a supplement and to listening to myself and making sure I shut down and go to bed um, before I get overtired and those times where you can't sleep because your brain's going a mile a minute in every different direction. So anyway, felt good to take care of me, and I've got time to jump on the bike or go for a walk before I go pick up the kids. So I probably will. Pretty nice-ish day out. It's well, it's 48 degrees according to my thermometer and threatening to drizzle off and on, but I won't overheat. And I could use some podcast time, I think, rather than sitting on the bike time. Um, I love weightlifting. Everyone's been very nice about it. Uh, but the doctors have said, now I don't want to take that away from you, but I will say that it doesn't help things. I'm not ready to give it up. I'm not. I feel like I've given up enough. Um, I gave up theater for my family, um, which is fine. I shifted weightlifting competitively for my family, which is fine. I don't want to give it up entirely. I just don't. I hope I can get all the other changes on board and fix this without giving that up. But I know that I'll be able to discover new things. And who knows, maybe it'll give me more time to write or something like that. I don't know. I kind of miss writing. Haven't done a lot of writing lately. But I constantly thinking I need to get back to my blog. So my jaysjourneybook.com blog. There's no ads on there. You feel free to look it up if you want. Last time I wrote in it was day 178 of the pandemic. So it's been a while. um, but yeah, I like to write. So I'm a little tired today. I went to bed late last night. I got a chance to chat with my husband, which is rare. I also was woken up at about 3 a.m. from the kiddo. So another accident, lots of cleanup. Got her back into bed, got myself back into bed, got up on the way to school. Tomorrow there is no school, so now I have to tell my clients to come to my house because there is no childcare when there's no school. So, which is fine. It has been interesting going through a pandemic with a kiddo, trying to work, and childcare not really being a thing right now, especially affordable group childcare. It just is kind of interesting. So I got a call from a prospective client. I got a call from the lady who does all of the oversight of the personal trainer programs at the Y. And she said, this potential client is looking for a trainer Tuesday and Thursdays at 3 or 3:30. Can you do that? I said, sure. If they can come to me, I can do it. And she's like, no, they want to go to the Y. I'm sorry. So and I told her, well, unfortunately, until childcare is a thing at the Y again, you're going to have to come to me. That means that someone who doesn't have kids and who is at the Y all the time will get that client. And while I am not everyone's trainer, and that is fine, and I don't want to be overloaded again, um, it kind of sucks when it doesn't, when you're not even really given a chance because you've got a kid. Um, but you know what? For all those people who don't give me a chance because I've got a kid and I've got to roll with that life and the way it punches, I'm missing out because my kid is pretty awesome. And my clients that have met her have been super cool about it and enjoy her being around. So there you go. Win some, you lose some, I guess. And some just stay the same. So I'm going to get out there and walk before I have to pick the kiddo up. 10 minutes in. This is like a record length one, right? Um, Feeling pretty good. Today's so far going to be pretty good. I think I'm heading on the right track on a lot of things, and that's something I needed to hear. So, my name is Jamie. Today is pretty and productive. Tomorrow will be even better.